Okay, Mate, good morning all. Let's good morning all. Yes. Okay. Yesterday I just started the Scratch, that programming thing. Okay, I just tell you how to use Scratch and how to receive data and how to send the data and that details. Okay. I just explain how to create a variable and other details there. Okay, did you remember? Okay, I just explained about that one. Okay, using variables. There can be have several type of variables. Something like what? Something like receive data. There can be receive several type of these. It can be a number. Number can be taken with what? I said number can be taken with a what? Taken as a integer value. Yes, it should be an integer value. Take it as an integer value. Number can be taken as an integer value there. Okay. And I said there can be used what number, there can be used what string value. Okay, something like that. As I remember, I just write what receive data part there. Okay, so there can be take what receive a number. Receive a number. Okay, it can be what the block include the variable receive number. That what the number Aaron's microbit received the transmitter micro. Okay, it can be that means Marcus want to send a number for the Aaron. Okay, now this guy went to send a number for the Aaron. For that equation, now radio received block using radio received block, it can be used the what received number option. Okay, and when you are sending a string, it should be what? It should be use received string option. Okay, like that one, they are having some option with the thing. Okay, you just write the first one receiving number, the first one receiving number. When you wanted to receive number, you can use the option called received number. Write like this. That's the keyword. Received number. There are no space between them. Okay, keep in mind there are no space. Received number. Write it. Received number option. Must press on. Write it as a received number. Okay. That received number. That taken as a received number option. Receiving a number that using received number option. The other option is receiving a string option. Okay. Receive number. Receive number is using for sharing number. Getting stuck, sorry. Receive number is using for the sharing number. The other thing is receive string. When you wanted to receive second one, you can use received string option. What is that? Received string. The option called received string. These are the two options. Receiving string. That's called received string. Okay, that's the two options we can miss in. Okay, write that too. Receive number, receive number. Receiving string, received string. Okay, that's all. Okay, that are the two steps that can be following up. Okay, so they are having that option calling programming and the microbits. And next thing is programming and the microbits. Microbits mostly we are using Arduino there. For microbits, mostly they are using Arduino options. So when you are using programming and microbits, both microbits will need a program downloaded onto them. Okay, so normally they are having some framework or something like that with the microbit. Okay, with the microbit there can be have some programming or some option with that. Okay, so both microbit will need the program downloaded onto the disk. Okay, mostly that microbit needed to program downloaded into the. If both microbits are going to do same actions, okay, if the both microbit going to do same actions, they can have the same program. However, if the microbit is going to what? Going to send the second micro bit going to receive, and each micro bit will be have a separate program. Okay, there can be have a separate program with that. So like previously, okay, there can be have two option with it. So programming two microbits. So more microbits we need to what program download into them. That's a bit. And also when you testing your program on the make code for the microbit website, in the microbit can send an either microbit can be received. However, when you download your code, make sure that the transmitting code goes to the transmitting microbit and receiving code goes to the receiving microbit. That should be important. Okay, it's very important. Right, this part what when you I will increase it. When you are testing your program on the make code for microbit website, something like that, anything. Okay, there I have several website. Okay, like here, when you are what testing your program, when you going to testing your program on the make code for microbit website, okay, either microbit can be sent and either microbit, okay, so either microbit can send and either microbit can receive both there. Okay, our testing program on the make code for microbit website, make code for microbit website, there can be either microbit can send and either microbit can receive that. Either microbit can send and either microbit can receive. However, when you download your code, make sure that should be what the transmitting code goes for the transmitting microbit. The receiving code goes to the receiving microbit. The transmitting code goes to the transmitting microbit and receive code goes to the receiving microbit. That too very important with that. Okay, that too very important. Okay, that are main thing that can be following up. Okay, when you are testing your program on what make code for the microbit website, either microbit can be sent and either microbit can be received. However, when you download your code, make sure that the transmitting code goes for the transmitting microbit and the receiving code goes for the receiving microbit. That's important. Okay, please write it. Yes, write it down. Yes, you can write like that. Okay, write it. Yes. Sorry. So when you are testing your program on the main code for microbit beta, either microbit can send and either microbit can be received, yes, like previously. And also, however, when you download your code, make sure that the transmitting code goes to the transmitting microbit and receiving code goes for the receiving microbit. Okay, keep in mind like that. Okay, keep in mind. Yes, write down it. Yes, write it. Write it. Okay, write it quickly. You can write like that. Yes, I guess you wrote, no? Yes, yes. So like that, it can be tested there. Yes. The transmitting code goes for the transmitting microbit and receiving code goes for the receiving microbit. Yes, like that. Okay, and as previously said, the programming task that predict, run, investigate, and modify when you are making that run, there should be what? Having radio setup group. There should be following up radio setup group. Okay. They are a heavy radio setup group. There should be radio set number, radio set number, radio receive thing. Okay. Radio set number like that, or they are having some thing with that one. Okay. So here that the thing following up figures. So you can make like that, say scratch or something like that. Okay. So here we will see how it's working. Okay. Yes. Sorry, they are having some noise. Okay. Okay, look at it. If we are following like this, radio send string H, radio send string E separately. No need to take a string. Okay. Normally, when you wanted to send radio received value, you can send that received but hello in one time. Okay. No need to write much thing. Okay. So now you should be know how to transmit data. Okay. And previously, we learned previously that data is transmitted from one microbit for other microbit in the store variable. Okay, they are having space. One place for other place. There should be have allocate places like your homes. Okay, they are having one place on, they are having another place storage. They are having two separate storage. So we learned previously that the data that transmitted from one place microbit for the another microbit variable can be transmit one microbit for another microbit like here. Okay. And this variable can be used in the calculation for other process like conditional statement. Like in the conditional statement, it can be sent in one place for the other place. Okay, like in the conditional statement, it can be sent from one place for the another place. Like here, there are making under that term. Okay, so it can be transfer one place for the another place like here. Okay, so here you can see microbit one place to store. So the variable can be used for the calculation process like conditional statement. Okay. So we learned previously that the data that is transmitted from one place for another place to finding other storage. Okay, like that. Okay, can you write down this one firstly? Firstly, write this one. Yes. First of all, write this one. There are mentioned that things. Okay, write it. Right. Okay, you can write like this. Here you see transmitted data. Okay, so you can process like condition statement like here. And also like here. Transmitting, when you are transmitting microbit, when you are transmitting microbit, when button A press, it can be transmitted hard. When button B press, it can be transmitted happy. So when you are using that two together, heart here, there are condition. There are taking button for heart. There are taking button for happy. When you are pressing that two, you can tell they are having happy and heart button separately. They are having happy and heart buttons separately. Is that clear? You can transmit it like that. You can use the buttons separately. No need to code. You can just drag and drop and edit that one. Clear? You can just drag and drop and edit that one. Can you write down this underline plus? Okay. Please write this one and we will move. Let this. Okay. Write it quickly. Okay. Write it and later we will draw latter part. Okay. Write. Write down quickly. Yes. Write it. Yes. Write it. Okay, you can write like that. Okay, these are the things. So when you transmit microbit, when button A press, you can click that all as a heart. When the button B press, you can take it as a happy. So finally, it can be display happy heart. These are the button. Okay, these are the button that here the button A, here the button B. So here the radio buttons. Okay, like that one, it can be going up. Okay, that should be going like a okay, but A and button B. Okay, I think you wrote this one. Yes, you wrote it now. Yes. Can you draw these two buttons? Please, can you draw? You can get a clear idea. Please draw that two button, okay? Because of that one, you can get a clear. Okay, draw it. Draw that two buttons. Yes. Yes. This draw this inside box, this button. Okay, write it is draw. Okay, write that down. I think you draw the figures, no? Here, they are having one radio button. They are having another one and another one here. Okay, you see that one, you can see it can be when you are pressing A, it can be display heart. When you are pressing B, it can be display happy, like that. Okay, draw it. Yes, quickly draw. Yes, you can draw like that. Okay, here radio set group, radio send string heart, send string happy. Okay, like that. You can draw there. Okay, is that clear? You got the point? Did you got? Yes. Okay, you can take it like that. So the program shown in the figure that 1.78 is receiving what? Microbit. The receiving string is saved in the variable that calling received string. Okay, that calling what received string. The program shown in the figure 1.78 is a receiving string, save the variable receive string. The program compares the content of the variable string heart in the content equal to heart, what heart icon is displayed. And also it is what implemented like here. Here the next thing, here the important thing. There can be display heart with the heart icon. Look at here, this is very important. The receiving string is saved with the variable receiving string. The program compare the content variable string heart. If the content is equal for heart, the heart icon should be displayed. Okay, so if the content is not equal for heart, if the content not equal for heart, it is compares to happy. If it is not equal for what? There are only two things, no, heart and happy. They are having only two things, heart and happy. If it is not heart, other one should be happy. So if it is content not equal for heart, it should be what? Happy. The smiley should be the output. Exactly. The smiley should be the output. This is the code that can be running from. Can you write down this underline part and draw this figure? Okay. If you're not having time, we can draw it later on. Okay. Now start writing this thing. Okay. The heart, word heart, going for the heart icon. Word smile, happy, going for the smiley icon. Okay. Can you draw these two figures quickly? Can you draw? Okay. If they are not having, you can pass this one. Okay. Write it and draw it. Write quickly. Okay, write it. Yes. And draw this figure. I think you draw. Okay. If you're not drawing, you can draw right now. Not at all. I think they're having time. Okay, I will wind down the session for today. Okay, now it's almost time up. Okay, you can draw if you have time. Yes. I'll wind down the session for today. Okay, we will discuss the late thing, the other thing on the next day. Okay. Okay, for this. So good morning all. See you on the next day. Okay, you can draw this figures with that. Okay. See you on next day. Bye, Putih. See